everybody and welcome back to my channel. So this is the recap for week 4 of trading my funded Forex trading account with the 5%ers. And if you caught my previous week's recap, you'll know that I made a big mistake which set me back quite a lot in my funded account. In fact, I was down minus 2.9% and minus 4% is the cutoff point, so it's getting really quite tight. However, at the end of this week, I've managed to have a really good week. I've taken it slow and steady. In fact, I've only taken one trade this week, and that's been a really nice, profitable trade using a 2-to-1 profit-loss ratio. So I've managed to finish the week up 2R, which based on the risk that I used for that trade means that I finished up 0.5% on my account. It feels so good to finally get a nice winner on my funded account, and I'm hoping this is the first of many as I start to steadily climb myself out of this hole that I dug and hopefully start to get some profits. I don't know about you guys, but I found the market to be really quite choppy this week. It feels like there's been a lot of really strong trends, but this week it feels like those trends have started to falter a little bit, maybe slipping into some consolidation, and there's been a lot of uncertainty in the market. That's why I haven't really traded that much. I wanted to just observe and see what happens and wait for the trend bias to form before I actually get long or short into trades. And before I jump onto the screens with you in a moment to share the trade recap and the charts and the strategy that I use, just a quick note, it was quite interesting really, because at the beginning of the week when I created my weekly watch list, I had Euro Yen on watch because it's been in a really nice trend and it does feel like it's still in that trend. It hasn't violated any major structural points in the market. So I've basically been waiting for some nice pullback and some structure to form before I got in for a long position. That being said, I was chatting to a fellow trader on Instagram on Monday and he also pointed out his trade idea for Euro Yen, and that made me check the charts again and see that actually it was getting really ready for the trade, and that was the trade that I took. It's great to have people to connect with and to help share trade ideas in that way, which is a big reason why I'm in the process of creating a chat room for trading so that we can gather together, we can support one another, we can share trade ideas, trade alerts, and just generally connect with fellow traders. If you're interested in joining, let me know in the comments below because it's really good to get an idea on who's actually interested in joining this chat room or not. And let's dive onto the charts and I'll break down my winning trade with you guys. Okay guys, so I'm on the hourly time frame here on Euro Yen and I've used the backtesting tool, one of the great features that TradingView offer, to just remove the present day candles. So I've taken this back to just before I got into this trade. So this was on the 1st of March in the afternoon GMT. And as you can see here, we were in this really nice uptrend on Euro Yen, making higher highs and higher lows. We've broken the previous high to make a new higher high, and what I was waiting for here was for this pullback to start to come to an end so that I could get into an entry for the higher low. Now what was interesting here is that we've actually pulled back just around about to the previous higher high point, and the price action seems to be respecting this level. It's creating this really nice bullish pin bar pattern here, which is the closing hourly candle for 3 o'clock. But I was quite interested in this here because it is noting a significant reaction to this previous higher high and could indicate that we're going to get that nice close for the higher low to start to push back up. So I was watching at this point around about 3:45 just before this hourly candle closed, and what I was interested in was that we had come down here and I was watching as the body of this candle was starting to push up, and it was around about 3:50, so it was really towards the end of this hourly candle where it was showing the strength and momentum to the long side, which is when I actually got into this trade. So I got long around about this point here as the candle turned from a bearish candle to a bullish and carried on surging up was when I got in. I wanted to get in with that momentum push before it actually went too high. I wanted to get a better entry. And for this trade, I used a 40 pip stop, a larger stop because I was using the hourly time frame, but I made sure my stop was below the structural level because it seemed to be respecting this point. And I then used a positive profit loss ratio, so I was risking 40 pips in order to make 80 pips. And for this trade, as it was my funded account and I'm really focusing on my risk, especially with the mistake that I made last week, I risked 1/4% on this trade. So I was risking 1/4 in order to make 0.5%. Now, as this was taken on the hourly time frame and I got into this quite late in the afternoon, this was not only an overnight trade, but it was actually 2 nights that I was in this trade. But I really did my best to set it and forget it. And although I did look on the charts every now and again while I was in the trade just to see how it was doing, I managed to keep my emotions at bay and pretty much let the trade do its thing. And this is what happened. So the trade hit my take profit 2 days later on the 3rd of March in the morning, around about the London opening session. And overall, it was a really beautiful trade. I had the thoughts as it was pushing towards my take profit just before the London Open that I should extend my profit target from a 2R to a 3R or maybe higher target. But then I felt like that's still going to violate my trade plan, because that's probably going to be the emotions of greed. And although there are loads of different ways you can manage a trade, at this point I wanted to respect what has worked for me back testing, what my trade plan was, which is to set it and forget it. So I let it just run to my 2R target and I happily took my profit from that trade. So just loading up my weekly review metric sheet here where I import the trades that I take each day. As you can see, this is the only trade that I've taken this week. I've been focusing on taking it slow and steady in my funded account because there's no rush. And I feel really good because I've only taken 1 trade. It's the first week of a new month and I'm finishing up green. So I'm really happy about that. In fact, I finished up this week 0.5% in profit. So it's a really nice start. Something to note when I was in that trade that did add an interesting aspect of emotions was an email that I received from the 5%ers. Let me show you. So to begin with, when I got into this trade, as you can see from the charts, price action continued upwards into my green, but then overnight into the Asian session, we had this pullback where it tried to continue with this temporary downtrend, and ultimately I was in drawdown. It was around about the London opening that we were still in this drawdown period. We were consolidating around this significant level in the market before we started to get the rise back up. And at this point, I had an interesting email. The subject of this email was -3% drawdown risk alert. Now you can imagine when I see that from the 5%ers that instantly my heart was like, oh, because it's not nice to see big red words like risk alert. So I opened the email to see what they said, and as you can see here, they're basically notifying me that in my open trade, because obviously it's unrealized, I'm not out of the trade yet, but at that moment in time when I was in that trade, I was in this red section of the market. Now I was still 20 pips away from my stop, and before I had this email, I was totally fine. I wasn't worried because I was trusting my plan, and I wasn't even looking at the trade. But I had this email from the 5%ers notifying me that I was in my drawdown and it was reaching the limit. Now this is because, as I said before, I was -2.8% down in my account. So when I was in this level of drawdown, it was getting very close to, as you can see, -3%. So I guess sending an email like this out to people is probably a good thing, because it's just reminding them about their risk if they're not really paying attention. Although that being said, I'm pretty sure that if anybody is trading a funded account, they're going to be aware of what their account equity is saying, because that is the goal of the account, right? In this occasion, it didn't really help me out. All it did was give me that moment where I dipped into my emotions and felt like there was a problem, because they have scary words in here like risk alert, account termination. They're saying to do whatever you need to do to reduce the risk is in your account. And my immediate thought was, oh no, I need to get out of this trade. And then I had to step out of that, look at myself and be like, what am I on about? The trade is absolutely fine. It's going according to my plan. I don't need to do anything. So on this occasion, I wasn't very happy with the 5%ers sending me this email that just raveled me up. But I managed to put it out of my mind and ignore it. And I'm glad I did, because as a result, I ended up with a green trade. How's the week been for you guys? I hope that you've managed to gather some profits from the market. First week, first month, always a little bit choppy, especially when there seems to be choppiness in the pairs that are trending. But next week is a new week. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try to go into next week with the same level of patience I've had this week and try to look for that one trade that really fits my plan and strategy. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already part of the account. Questions, comments, leave them below and I'll catch you on the next video. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.